welcome back to another episode of Sip the Talent Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to recap OTAs. This is the last week of voluntary, keyword, voluntary, voluntary, voluntary official team activities. This is the last week of voluntary. Next week, mandatory. So unless you have a contractual dispute or something like that, the entire team will be there. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 17th through the 19th for mandatory minicamp. What up, Cam? Nice to hear. Hope they had a good time, Heather. What up, Matt? What up, Alex? Malik, what's good? Big Red, Sway. But again, this is the last week of voluntary. So when I get to, start these slides, there's going to be a bunch of names that are not there. Let's not panic. We're going to get these 4 days of voluntary, which is, in my eyes, an opportunity for backups and rookies to learn the system. With some vets not being there, you backups should take full advantage of it. Get as many reps as you can. Get as much one-on-one coaching as you can. Anything you can to get better and have a better understanding of the offense and or defense. That way, when everybody's there, you can just play fast. Now's your time to learn. Now's your time to ask questions. Now's your time to ask, what do I do, post snap, or if the X receiver do this, what I do, or if the tight end squeeze, what I do, or what different technique I got to play on different calls. Now is the young folks and the newcomers time to get that going. Now, all the vets that are there every day, salute to them. They're just like they working to get better. And for the guys that are not there, let's not take it personal, especially that those guys that are not in contract disputes. And I don't think we have anybody in a contract dispute. We got some contracts out there that probably need to be reworked or extended or done that, but I don't think nobody's in a disgruntled state as far as contracts. I think. Let's see who else. What up, Don? What's good with you? What's good, Justin? What's good? Pop on in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the excuse me, the little clips that I pulled from earlier today from Jameson Hensley and a couple of others, Cordell, and a couple of others. And then we're gonna talk about what Ryan Mink had to say about practice as well. So what I'll do is, I'm gonna change my screen. I'll go ahead and do that. What up, Nitro? What's good, Fields? What's good? And hello, okay. All right, for those that didn't notice, because I was gone most of last week, but prior to last week and prior to that, I had a similar board behind my head, and it had the schedule right above it. Very few noticed that schedule was wrong. I knew. Mic check. My bad. I knew it was wrong before I put it up there. Hold on. See, I think my mic messed up on me. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, we still good. I thought it messed up on me. We good. So, before it was messed up, and I maybe 1 or 2 people noticed that it was messed up. Now we got it fixed. Just so you know, it's fixed now. Only 1 or 2 people even said something, hey, what's wrong with that schedule above your head, or what's going on, or whatever. But it's fixed now for the most part. And so this is kind of what I'll be rolling with up until games start. And maybe during the games. It depends on how much I like it. But I kind of like this little office type situation, even though that's say Fortnite. And I despise Fortnite. I Heather dropped 5. She says, see if I can pull this up. If I could pull it up. Here we go. She says, do you think we should go after Zaire with Bo Braid and AD both being injured? That's kind of what we're going to talk about on the back end. So I'll answer that question on the end. I'll answer that question on the back end. It might, Julian. It might. Keep in mind, I didn't write it. But it might. I missed that one if it do. If it do, I missed it. If it do, I missed it. Let's get on into practice, and then we'll answer Heather's question on the back end. All right, let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. I cut out again. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, let's go with we'll start off with Jamison Hensley, and he basically said that Lamar and Kyle were among a dozen Ravens not present for the final week of voluntary OTAs. Other notable absences: Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, Ronnie Stanley, Matt BK, Broderick Washington, Van Noy, and Nate Wiggins. Again, none of these guys I would be worried about as far as missing, but let's kind of go through what maybe we can see, and or I can explain what's going on with the drills in the video. And this drill right here is really just setting the edge. Setting the edge, keeping that outside arm free, and then peeking to see where the ball is. And if you're an interior guy, you're pressing the guy out and then getting your head around trying to see where the ball is. That's what's going on right here. Let's work through it. Like you see Tavis extend, peek with his feet still moving, release. Just setting the edge. That's all they're working on right there. And interior guys would be just pressing the guards out and then looking for the ball. That's what they would be doing. As Jamison panned, I think we got our kicker kicking from 45, so we'd say 50, right around 55. Pan to receivers, running little routes, simulating off man. That dummy is simulating the off man guy, and they got to work their shoulders to get them turned and get behind them. Now, what I will say is, like you see, 683, and I think that's Tylan Wallace behind Webster. This is Miller, Webster, and Tylan Wallace, and you'll see Bateman come into play right there. Those three guys minus Bateman, this is your time to try to get your eye around, especially Miller and Webster. This is your time. When Zay ain't out there, Bates there, which I commend. This is your time to get some on tape. Make some, even though it's with the backup quarterbacks. Make some plays. Get a buzz about your name. That way, when mandatory come, you may steal a rep or two. Training camp come, instead of getting 2 reps, you might get 3, maybe even 4. And you just got to make the most of every opportunity. Because that receiver room gonna be hard to crack this year. Man, it looked hard for him to roll out. It looked more comfortable for Devin Leary to roll out than a backup QB. At least Devin looked more athletic. Got our O-line right here. And what we got is, who is this? This is Rosengarten, Valele, Linderbaum, Voorhees. And we done went through this already. 6 to 8. 6 to 8 is, I forgot again. Here, I got paper right here. I think it's Bullock. We went through this the last time I went live with 68. Let's see. It's not Bullock. Now I forgot again. I just came back. I forgot again who 6'8" is. My bad. Forget it. But O-line working on pass pro. Just working on quick sets. And this would be like a ball that's going to come out real quick, like an RPO or something like that. It's going to come out real quick or no drop. They just making sure they're squaring them up. They checking their gaps, communicating, kick sliding. You see Voorhees stick that right arm out. That's just in case Linderbaum goes right. But since Linderbaum kicks left, he can refold that arm and get right back in front of the guy he's supposed to be blocking. Just simple communication drill right here. Nothing. The kick is important, but not really. The main part of this is the communication. That's the main part. And what I'm looking at is 77 feet. That's why I keep going back and forth. I'm trying to see how quick 77 feet are. Are they working? Because he does look smaller. Not tremendously smaller. He looks smaller, but I don't even care if he don't look smaller as long as he looks more athletic. I don't care if he don't look smaller as long as he's more athletic. I don't know. 6'8" could be no boom. Could be. Not sure. It's not important yet. Not important yet. All right. Let's see who else we got. We got Chuck Pagano working with the DBs. Marlin Humphrey has been in for all 3 OTA weeks, which is very, 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 very impressive. And this is the main reason I even said what I said earlier. For Marlin, coming off one of his best seasons as a Baltimore Raven, to show up for all 3 weeks of OTAs, that's leadership to me. That's leadership to me. That says a lot. And you know, I used to give Marlin stuff by him being corny, but this type of leadership, I'm a bag off. Just Marlin is Marlin. Just chopping his there, but I can really commend and respect this type of leadership because Marlin ain't got to be there. I mean, Marlin had, and if you think I'm lying or if you disagree with me, just say it. Marlin had one of his best seasons ever. Probably didn't have as many picks as he wanted, but the impact that Marlin had, Marlin did his thing last year. And for him, like I said, for him to be there all 3 weeks, I commend that. I commend it. All right, let's scroll. Let's keep going. This is from Morgan Adsit. At Morgan Adsit. We got at Morgan Adsit again. This is Big Jenkins doing the same drill we done seen him do every practice he been at. So I guess it's the only time they can film the defensive lineman doing this same drill. We see him do the same drill every practice. Every practice. Now we got something from Cordell. This is he says linebackers led by Roquan and Trenton. I'm laughing at the 5 from H. Brassy. I'm gonna skip that first line. Y'all see the first line. I don't care about any improvements or growth. Get 7-7 far away from Lamar as possible. Give New England whatever for Mike Owenu. Now, as much as even though I said he looks like he's lost weight, trust me, I'm in the same boat as y'all. Matter of fact, I second your first sentence, H. Brassy. I just don't want to go back to where I was feeling last year. Like he shouldn't have been out there at all, and so I'm trying to just temper my hate for the move because we all wasting our breath. Because if anybody got a spot locked up at offensive line, it's that dude. And like I said, as much as I despise that move, it is what it is. Trust me, I feel you, H, on that. Soon he'll be far away from Lamar. Soon. But this is a linebacker drill. In the front, you got Roquan, you got Trent, and they just reacting to trying to stay gap sound. So you got Roquan fitting in the C gap, and you got Trent scraping over the top to get in to take on the if the lead block would take on Roquan, Trent would hit the running back. If the running back goes past or the lead blocker goes past Roquan, then he fits on the running back and vice versa. So he just reading reaction. Let's see if I can pick up what the coach is saying. Reading pullers. That's what they're reading the pull. I heard him say pull. They're reading the pullers. So I guess the coach with the white hat on is simulating the center pulling, and they fitting off of it. Center pulling, H-back pulling with some kind of counter type situation, and they run fit. They practicing their run fits. That's what they practicing their run fits. Okay, I just need to listen one good time. Let's keep going. Chuck again, going over some stuff with the DBs. I'm interested to see how well Awuzie plays. I'm really interested to see how well Awuzie plays. You got the young DBs, Kone, TJ Tampa right there. Who's that all that hair on their head? This is the same drill, just from a different angle. Here we go. We got Jonah Schaefer tweeting same little press drill, just from a different sled with Owe, who seemingly looks like the Terminator. Excuse me. Who seemingly like the Terminator again. And even though these guys make this look easy, for those that don't know, that thing heavy, and you got to hit it just right, or it's gonna It's gonna not move. If you don't hit it just right, for those that know, this thing ain't gonna move. If you don't hit it with the right force and the right leverage, that thing not gonna move at all. So you got to put your hands in the right spot. You got to explode from the hips. Then you got to drive up. Because if you don't, you'll be embarrassed. You will be embarrassed. It will not move. I promise you. And they just trying to extend out. They extend, pressing right there, and press, extend, and shed on the other side. So just working two different drills using both dummies. So right here is just the press, as if they're an interior lineman, and this is if they're working on the edge. Press, peek, get rid of. And different different defensive coaches will call it different words from what I'm saying, but it's the same stuff. The verbiage just changes from level to level, from coach to coach, from person to person. But it's the same type stuff. And I just try to say it on as minuscule level as possible so everybody can understand. Different person, Cordell Woolen, but basically showing the same drill. And in this drill we saw Oway first. This is for peoples right here. Doing the same drill. Extend and strike. You see, you hear him? Lock, peek, shed. Same thing I just said. I ain't even know his terminology till just now. Let me see if I can turn it up where you can hear it. He gonna say lock, peek, shed. See if you can pay attention. See if you can hear it. Lock, peek, shed. Finish in good football position. Lock, peek, shed. There it is. I tried to stop it for you. Lock, peek, shed, which is before I even knew that was what he was using. That's what I told y'all he was doing earlier. Just trying to explain the drills right here. So moving on to Jeff. Jeff basically said all the people that wasn't there: Lamar, Perricard, D-Hop, Zay, Emory Jones, shoulder steal, Ben Cleveland. I don't know what's going on with that. Like, I hope Ben can find a way to focus on football, because he already got the odds stacked against him, and then he going back and forth with his off the field stuff. So hope all ends well in that situation. I don't think they got kids. That's who really lose in situations like that, the kids. I don't think they got kids. But Ronnie's not there. Jake Hummel just had a baby. Calvin Orr, Nate Wiggins, Jay Loma, Davis, IR, Kyle Hamilton, Matt BK, Broderick Washington. Now, let's kind of go back to the question that was asked earlier. Let's go back. Let me go find that. The question that was asked earlier. Here it is. Where is it? All right, from Heather. She dropped 5. And she says, do you think we should go after Zaire with Bo Braid and AD both being injured? All right, so now let me put this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Can you guys see this? Yeah, that is. So Brian McFarland tweeted June 2nd, with Williams and Tucker now removed from the Ravens salary cap, and the pending processing of Pierce's retirement, which should happen soon to create a roster spot for nose tackle John Jenkins signing, Ravens are now $18.488 million under the cap. He also, that was on June the 2nd. He came back today, which is the 9th, and he said, for those asking about Jair Alexander, the Ravens presently have $18 million in cap space, but after taking their future expenses into account, they have around $5 million in effective usable cap for signing. They do have extension and restructure options that will create additional cap space. So as of right now, even though we think we have 18, we don't. We got 5. So Jair ain't gonna be cheap. And as much as I know Jair wants to play with Lamar, I think I know. I don't think $5 million gonna do it. A DB of Jair's caliber, I don't think $5 million gonna do it. Now, if we do what he said, like the extension and restructures and make some more cap space, I would love to have him. The more the merrier, DB wise. The more the merrier. I would love to have him. There's a health risk on that side. But when healthy, his dog mentality, Marlowe's dog mentality, what I think Nate has a dog mentality, I would like them 3 back there together. I really would. I would love for them three be back there together. Let's see. H. Brassey dropped 10. He says, let me get it up here. Oh, it's up there. I missed a lot. Thoughts on Tez hopping in OTA so far. I know it's nothing major, but in comparison to us hearing nothing at all about him last year, he definitely have improved. Yeah, I liked Tez last year. I like when we picked him. I liked I like what he could have been last year as well. And what I thought he could have been last year, I think he'll end up being this year. I put out a little video about Tez. That might have been the last video I put out before we left. I did all 20 of his plays last year. Tez only played 20 snaps last year. Like 17, 18, 19, 20. Over however many snaps we had, 1,200 or whatever, Tez played 20. Now he played special teams, but only 20 offensive snaps. So I think Tez can be a guy that can push deep post, goals, deep overs, and make the defense have two people around. Like, make them account for. There were a couple plays like late in the season where the corner was chasing them and they had to get a safety over top, and we didn't even throw him the ball. But what that creates is if a corner's chasing Tez and a safety has to get over top for him, that's two people guarding one. So now because of Lamar's athletic ability, we are actually playing 10 versus 9 football everywhere else. And you got to respect the guy with two people that we probably not going to use as an option. He's probably the 7th or 8th option. But as long as he run fast, as long as he split the defense, and he catch one out of every 5 balls, you got to respect it. You got to. Because if you don't respect it, he'll mess up and have 3 catches for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. And 3 targets. So I think Tez can be a deep threat guy for us. Now, when I say deep threat, that don't mean he's going to put up 1,000 yards. That means he's a deep threat. He's a threat. He make the defense. You got to account for him when you get out there, and you got to have somebody out there that can either run with him, or you got to put somebody over top of him so they won't get blurred. That's what I think. Tez can be for us. Now, are we going to use him like that? I don't know, because I thought that's what we would have done last year, but we added D-Hop. I don't even know how much Ted's going to play, but I would like to see him be used in that way. So I hope that answers your question, H. Brass, and thank you for the donation as well. And I hope I answered your question too about Jair Alexander, Heather. I hope I answered your question too. But I appreciate the donations. Appreciate it. And I appreciate the 5 gifted memberships, B. Appreciate it. And the 5 that said he the king of the list. Let's see what else we got. Says Ravens 7th OTA just concluded. Rashad Bateman had a nice day. TJ Tampa had a interception of Cooper Rush in the end zone. I'm sorry. TJ Tampa had another interception of Cooper Rush and another end zone break up. I'm sorry. The downer was Bo Bray going down with the injury. He couldn't put much weight on his leg as he was helped off by a trainer. That's the sad news of the day, because I really think there's an opportunity, or there was an opportunity for Bo to play with Ardarius going down for the year. I hope it's not serious. But let's keep rolling. Travis was one of the ones interviewed with Big Za, and even though like when Travis used to get interviewed in the past, I was like, man, that fella nervous up there, and you can tell that he's nervous, that he just the way he talks, you can kind of tell when some guy's nervous and ain't really comfortable talking to the media. But from year 1 to year 3, from year 1 to now, not saying he's the best, but I was proud to hear him speak today, and he spoke really well. He spoke a lot better than he did in the past, and all I can ask for from any man or woman is just growth. Just growth. Just be better than you were the day before, and that may be one little area he felt like he needs to get better at, and he's more comfortable doing it. He is a lot more comfortable doing it, and I salute him for that. Next, it says from Jeff. It says Malachi Starks said that are they going into the post game pressers? But this is Chuck again from Nikhil Mayetta. I think he's from the he's from Russell Street Report. I thought I saw him with Jonas and his son. Guess not. Just more videos of that, and then they got into the pressers and whatnot. And one thing that stood out to me in the presser, when Malachi Starks said that and this is why this tweet is here from Jeff, that Chuck Pagano texted him at 5 a.m. today about something Pagano saw on film at a recent practice. And he said that's how he want to be coached. I salute that, man. Because, you know, just on the level that I was on, when you got kids in there that you were excited about coaching and wanting to get better, especially young kids like Starks, you just be up all hours of the night just looking at tape trying to see, hey, what can I do to help this kid get better? Or you just wake up early. And in this case, I think Chuck just probably wake up at 4 and just was drinking his coffee and probably popped on some tape and saw something. So and to accept that, and you know, I love it. I think Starks and Hamilton gonna fit well together. I just hope we have a third corner to step up or a third safety. Hope we have a third corner to step up or a third safety. That third corner could be Awuzie playing outside. That third corner could be somebody that ain't on the team yet. What Heather was asking about. But I just hope a third corner or a third safety pop up. And with Bo Bray going down today, and then Ardarius going down as well, that opens the door for Snoozy Kane. Jalen Norman Davis IR to say he didn't play some safety. So the doors are open. You take advantage. Take advantage. Let's get into what Ryan Mink had to say about practice. And I'll switch scenes on you for that one. Give me one. Make it a little bigger for everybody so we can see it. All right. Oh, too big. One second. I guess I just left something undone. Be like this sometime, people. Be like this. There we go. All right, now we're good. These are the notes from Ryan Mink for the day. He says, cornerback TJ Tampa made an impressive interception on a throw down the seam from Cooper Rush that was intended for tight end Cornrow Kolar. Good to see TJ Tampa making plays because, again, last year he was one of the hurt ones, so we didn't know what we had in him. He's going to be one of the guys that has the opportunity to play, but with the injury bug hitting us a little bit. So, TJ, opportunity basically coming off a red shirt year. Says the ball was tipped behind Tampa, but he reached back for the snag. Keep in mind, Tampa like 6'1", maybe, but got like mad hops. If you haven't seen TJ Tampa's like basketball little clips, go check him out. TJ also broke up an end zone pass later in practice. The 2024 fourth round pick is looking to stand out after injuries limited his rookie season to just 7 games. And most of those 7 games were special teams reps. Next one says, fresh off his contract extension, Rashad Bateman led the wide receivers with an active practice, making several nice grabs over the middle, including a big gain between the hashes on the first 11 play of practice. Like I said, it's good to see Bate there, man. Bate just got the contract. He's obviously a vet. He ain't got to be there, but see him there working on his craft. I love it. Him, Marlo, some of the other guys that, older guys that are there working. I love to see it and teaching the young guys how to be pros. Next one says, rookie wide receiver LeJounte Wester made the best catch of practice, diving to haul in a pass over the middle with a defender on his back. And we keep seeing more and more stuff about LeJounte Wester. More and more stuff. More. And they better not let this little fella get on the field. Not saying he gonna take any of the big 3 spot, but they better not let this fella get on the field in receiving situations and have a little success. Because I think all he needs is to see, oh yeah, I can play with these dudes, and the sky's gonna be the limit for him as far as in a slot receiver role. The next one says his interception was a bit of a gamble, but Rush had a particularly sharp practice leading up to that throw. He was dialed in and accurate, and that's talking about Cooper Rush, the backup quarterback. Next one says rookie safety Malachi Starks crashed down and break up a short pass intended for tight end Isaiah Likely, who Starks called the toughest offensive player to cover thus far during OTAs. Hey, it ain't just you, Starks. It ain't just you. Tight end one be doing everybody like that. Tight end one be doing everybody like that. If y'all know who tight end one is, put it in the comment section. If you know who tight end one is, put it in the comment section. Tight end one do everybody like that, Malachi. It ain't just you, dog. It ain't just you. It ain't just you. Next bullet says the Ravens worked on their screen game for a good chunk of the early portion of 11-on-11 work. Keaton Mitchell made a one-handed snag out of the backfield. Why we gotta make all these one-handed snags, man? Damn, quarterback, throw the ball right. Throw the ball right. Well, one-handed snags when the receiver or the back trying to make you look good because you made an errant throw. Throw the darn ball right. I say rookie outside linebacker Mike Green was in perfect position to blow up another intended for Rasheen Ali. Okay, Mike in pass coverage. I think Mike gonna be a dog. I mean, I think Mike gonna come in and bring a different kind of energy on third downs. I can't wait to see it. As I said, Green also stopped Webster on a jet sweep, setting that edge in the run game, dropping back, breaking up passes, and we know what he can do, rushing the passer. It's the last one. Well, I don't think this is the last one. Yeah, it is the last one. It says both rookie kickers, Tyler Loop and John Horland, were perfect on their attempts in an early portion of practice, simulating a situation in which the Ravens needed a game-time kick at the end of regulation. They weren't long attempts, but senior special teams coordinator Randy Brown applauded the execution all around. So I just would assume both of them they both of them made whatever attempts they had. I'm gonna assume the positive on that. Even if I think if they make kick for kick throughout the camp, Tyler Loop's gonna win the job because he was drafted. If they pretty much make every kick like and they're equal throughout here in training camp, I think Tyler Loop would be the kicker simply because he was drafted. If they're equal. So yeah, that's it for that. Let me go back to my screen. All right, there we go. Hey, so I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. So with Bo Braid going down today, and with AD going down today, Heather asked me, do I think we should get Jair? Heather asked me, do I think we should get Jair? I think if we make some contractual moves and free up the money, yes. But if we stick where we're at now, we don't have the money to pay Jair. I don't think Jair would take $5 million. Would I like to have him? Yes. But that's the question I want you guys to answer in the comment section. Do you guys want Jair Alexander on the team? And if so, what should happen to get Jair Alexander? Jared just dropped 5. He says, still remember TE1, Moss Stingland. Hey, for sure. For sure, Jared. For sure. But TE1, we know who that is. That's likely. Good job of participating, chat. And on that note, man, I'm out. I'll see y'all tomorrow with No, I won't see y'all tomorrow. I won't see y'all again until Thursday. Got something to do. But on that note, man, peace, love, and I'll see y'all next time.